Sir, in the last session, we had a clear discussion about interface concept. Next and after that, abstract class concept. Okay, abstract class concept, and then we covered about concrete class also. Have you remembered, right? I hope you people are aware. Sir, if we don't know anything about implementation, then we should go for interface. If we are talking about implementation but not completely partial implementation, then we should go for abstract class. Okay, like then we should go for abstract class, right? Next, if we are talking about implementation but completely then we should go for, sir, concrete class. Remember, these are things we covered already in the last session, right? Sir, one more, just a small chota example for your programming practice purpose. I'm going to talk, sir, so that you people can get much clarity. Remember that. Sir, I have one interface I'm taking, sir. Sir, I have one interface. Of course, interface officially is not there, but anyway, we are going to declare with the, sir, DB interface is there. DB interface is there, sir. Database interface. Okay, sir, it is child class of ABC. Next and after that, compulsory we require to take from ABC import star, like this I'm taking, sir. From ABC import star, ABC the module, right? Sir, inside class interface, DB interface, I have two methods are available for every database. Usually, what you can have is nothing but something like connect, disconnect, like connect to the database or disconnect to the database, close the database connection. Like you may have, right, sir. What I will take here is I'm taking, sir, one abstract method. There. What I'm trying to take, sir, connect. Just self either keyword we require, just it is the instance method pass. I'm not writing any code, because I don't know how to implement, because the way of connecting the database is varied from database to database. Some Oracle people, they may provide one type of implementation, MySQL people another type of implementation. That's why. Okay, now I'm taking, sir, abstract method. Regarding now I'm taking abstract method, sir. Def connect of self pass, like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, this is my first abstract method, right? Okay, connect. Similarly, close the connection, or otherwise close the connection, like sir, or otherwise you can use the word disconnect. Regarding disconnect, like this, you know, sir, what it means. In this every word already you people aware. Are you able to understand? Can you please just observe that ABC the module name, abstract based class module. Okay, sir, ABC is the class. If you want to define abstract class explicitly, every abstract class in the Python should be child class of, like this. Next, how you can declare a method explicitly at the abstract method? By using abstract method decorator. Like we are going to use. Clear up to this? Okay, that's all. Sir, can I use the word, is it an interface or not? Please respond. Can you please tell, is it an interface or not? Respond yes, because how you can consider that it is an interface? Because this class contain only abstract methods. So that's why it is considered as interface only. Remember. Now, sir, someone is responsible to provide implementation, right? Sir, who is going to provide who is going to provide implementation? Vendor, database vendor is the responsible. Oracle people are going to provide one type of implementation. Next, MySQL people are going to provide another type of implementation, like this. Sir, I'm taking class Oracle. It is implementing DB interface, right? Okay, DB interface, like this. So this person should provide connect. Sir, just I'm not going to discuss how to connect with the Oracle database and so on. Just some flow purpose, just I'm taking connecting to Oracle database. Regarding connecting to Oracle database, like this, right? Connecting to Oracle database, like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, that's all. This is the first method I took already, right? Sir, similarly, second method is also there. What is the second method we have? Observe that. What is the second method? Sir, DEF disconnect. Disconnect, like this. Sir, disconnecting to, sir, Oracle database. Regarding disconnecting to Oracle database, disconnecting from Oracle database, or disconnecting Sir, sir, like to database, like no problem. Sir, that's all. This is now perfectly Oracle is a class. Oracle is a class which is responsible to provide implementation. Okay, for that interface, right? Sir, similar to Oracle, we can able to provide implementation by some other databases also, like Sybase, or otherwise MySQL. Like you can able to take, sir. Sir, assume that I'm taking MySQL. Okay, MySQL connecting to MySQL like this. I'm taking, sir, like disconnecting to MySQL like this. Observe that a bit carefully, sir. So Oracle people provided implementation their own style. MySQL people provided implementation their own style. Observe same methods only, but the internal way of implementation is the different. Sir, now I'm taking one more Sybase. Okay, just copy paste only, right? That's why we are not required to worry. Any number of databases you can take. Sybase, just connecting to Sybase database. This connecting to Sybase database. Regarding that's all. So can you please tell how many interfaces are there? Yes, respond. Each and every person. How many interfaces are available? Only one interface is available, right? Remember that only one interface is available. Okay, but how many implementation classes are there? Multiple. Like Oracle people are going to provide implementation in their own style. MySQL people are going to provide implementation in their own style. My Sybase people are going to implement in their own style. Remember, I hope now you can able to understand what is interface itself is nothing but requirement specification. So vendors are responsible to provide implementation in their own style. Up to this, any doubt? Up to this, any doubt? Okay, now sir, I want to call this functionality. Okay, assume a new words you are going to get, sir. Take a bit very special care. I will ask end user. Hey, end user, you want to connect to which database? Please specify name of the database. Regarding please specify name of the database, my program is going to provide connection to that database. Regarding what I will take is DB name. Regarding just I'm asking DB name, sir. DB name, okay, is equal to input of very important point. Take very special care about this one. Input of enter database name. Enter database name. Sir, which database you want to connect? Enter database name. So now I have to create that database name class object. That database name class object, and I have to call connect method and disconnect method. Regarding I require to call connect method and disconnect method. I require to create an object. I require to create an object of that class. So that the class name is available in the form of string. Remember that in the form of string, a class name is available. How to convert string to class type? Very simple, sir. There is one thing is there. Again, class name is equal to there is one function is there. What is this function name? Can you please spell out? Can you please spell out? Globals. Are you getting what is the function name, sir? Globals. The inbuilt function globals converts a string into class name and returns the class name. Remember that globals is sir, what it's going to do is it's going to return a dictionary of all parameters and so on. Sir, globals are what is a DB name? Regarding globals of DB name, sir, what is the value associated with the DB name? It is not string, sir. It is not string. It will convert this DB name into class name and returns that class name. Remember that, okay? Now class name is ready. Very simple. X is equal to class name. Create an object of that, and then x dot you can call connect method, you can call connect method, and then x dot you can call disconnect method. Yes, disconnect method. But the new thing here is, yes, this is what you people should be aware, sir. Whatever end user entered the name, sir, will be converted into class name. Now for that class I'm creating an object. After creating an object, just I'm calling connect method, I'm calling disconnect method. Clear? Are you able to get? But which database? It's going to communicate with the which database based on end user input. Remember that. So, what is an interface? What is an interface? How many types of implementations are there? At runtime, based on our requirement, based on end user provided data. Now the corresponding functionality by default I will make it available. Sir, only one requirement specification, but three implementations. One is Oracle implementation, MySQL implementation, and then what is this one, sir? Sybase implementation, like that. Okay. Now have a look once about this terminology, right? Py test.py I'm taking. Py test.py. Sir, I'm taking enter Oracle. Now observe that. Now observe that. Okay, sir, connecting to Oracle database or disconnecting to Oracle database, because I call both methods, right? Okay, like YouTube. Next one, after that, enter database name. Enter database name. This time I'm trying to enter MySQL. MySQL. Sir, connecting to MySQL database, disconnecting to MySQL database. Let me execute, sir. Sir, Sybase. Okay, let me provide connecting to Sybase database like this. Just aware what is the meaning? What is the meaning of, do you know, sir, interface? What are various implementations, like that, right? Are you able to understand? Sir, we are not keeping. It is not list. Just I'm asking. It is going to return dictionary. It's going to return dictionary. Sir, this is the key. What is the value associated with this key? Like this we are asking. Vaibhav, it is not list. Don't feel something like dictionary. Assume that it is the dictionary of key name. Dictionary of key. This is the key. Something like. Okay, so this is the extra thing you people should be aware. Do you know, in other languages like Java, sir, creating class object like this, it is not going to be accepted. But in Python, happily we have such type of facility is there, sir. Observe carefully. Getting? Next, sir, there is another example I want to take, so that you people same copy paste only. One more example I want to consider, sir. Same kind of thing only. Sir, instead of DB interface, now I'm taking, just observe, printer. Are you getting what I'm taking, sir? Printer. So the printer functionality, maybe, sir, HP printer is available. Next time after that, Epson printer is available. Like multiple types of printers are available, right? Okay, like so, just every printer is responsible to do what activities, right? Just print it, self text. Is your first function, what I'm expecting, sir? Sir, self text, some text, which thing you require to print. This is the first method I'm expecting. So second method I'm expecting, sir, disconnect only. Oh, can you please disconnect, because printing already completed, then automatically close that connection, something like this is. Sir, have you observed what is this one? It is something like interface, because it doesn't contain any concrete method. Every method is always abstract method only. Sir, what is the name of the class? Please respond. What's the name of the class? Are you observing or not? What's the name of the class? You are silent, man. What is the name of the class? Printer. Then automatically which methods are available? What the first method? Print it. What the second method? Disconnect like. So now I'm taking instead of Oracle, sir, printer, I'm taking Epson printer. Do you know Epson printer is available? But now, sir, here instead of DB like this, just I'm changing, because instead of typing again and again, it may be the problem. Okay, just time waste. Like just I'm taking. Now, sir, what is the first method, sir? Print it self some text. Compulsory you require to pass some text, self text. Now I'm trying to write printing from Epson printer. Okay, printing from Epson printer, like this I'm taking, sir. Printing from Epson printer. Sir, which thing you require to print that text, whatever argument we are passing, like this, print it. Okay, like next, sir, disconnecting from or disconnecting to, sir, Epson printer. Are you getting? Disconnecting to Epson printer, like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, Disconnecting to Epson printer, like this it's going to take. Sir, up to this any doubt? I have one interface is there. Now this is the printer, it is going to print in this style. Okay, assume that. So now same thing I'm taking, same thing, just instead of Epson, now I'm taking HP printer, printing from HP printer. Next and after that disconnecting to HP printer. Yes, any doubt up to this? Sir, can you please tell how many printer interfaces are there? Only one. Of course, it contains two methods. Now, Epson is one type of implementation. Second one is nothing but HP is another type of implementation. Okay, the remaining story is always the same. Instead of DB name, now I'm asking P name, printer name, enter printer name. Okay. So now one small thing I have to take, sir. one small thing I have to take. Sir, in the last database example, who is the responsible to provide database name? Anyone, can you please tell who is the responsible to provide database name? End user. Correct, right? End user is the responsible to provide database name. That database name I converted the database name into, sir, class name. For that class I created an object and then you can call. But sometimes our requirement is, I don't want to ask from the end user. I may require to read the data from the file. There is some configuration file I'm going to keep. In the configuration file, I'm going to keep in the configuration file. Just I want to take the printer name, sir. Is your one small text file I'm taking, sir. In that, just I provided Epson. Only one word is there, Epson like this. Just let me save this one. What is the name I'm using? Can you please observe that? What the name I'm using? Config.txt. Observe a bit very carefully, sir. What name I use? Config.txt. This is the name in the same location. Just I'm saving. Okay. Now, read the printer name from the configuration file. Anyone, can you please guide how you can able to open the file and read the data? You can use any file name. Need not be config. abc.txt also acceptable. No restrictions. Soujanya, no restrictions. But that file name we require to use. Anyone, can you please guide? I forgot the name. How to read the data from the file. Anyone? With the open. What is the file name, sir? Config.txt. With the open config.txt in R. Yes, F. With open config.txt in R, yes, F. Because what is this read? I want to read the data from that file. Okay, that's why. What I will take, sir? P name is equal to F dot read line. We remember, read the total line. Whatever data is there, first line. Because it contains only one line, I got the name, sir. Okay, this is the printer name. Sir, how to convert printer name into class name? You know already. Class name is equal to, can you please guide? Class name is equal to, what is that function? What is the function? Functions are globals. Are you getting? What the function names are? Globals. Like, yes, sir, what is the key is a p name. Now the corresponding class name I got. Sir, can you please create an object, sir? X is equal to class name. Next and after that, X dot print it. Sir, compulsory required to pass some argument. Okay, sir, data. This is the data to print. This is the data to print. Like this I'm taking, sir. This is the data to print. Like I'm taking X dot connect. Sorry, X dot disconnect. Like this, right? Okay. So this is what the terminology, because instead of, sir, don't much concentrate about this one. Here concentrate, sir. This is interface. This is the printer. Every printer having two functionalities: print it functionality, disconnect, like this. Sir, Epson people are going to implement their own style. Next, HP people are going to implement their own style. Sir, any requirement specification itself is nothing but considered as interface concept. Sir, multiple people are going to implement, multiple people are going to implement in their own styles. Remember that, sir. Sir, next, what this global function is going to do? Anyone can you please guide? What this global function is going to do? What anyone can you please tell? Sir, global function convert, it is a dictionary. Internally it is a dictionary, sir. Dictionary, it is going to read the class name, whatever the name we have, class name, and returns the corresponding class. Convert string into the corresponding class name. Converts the string into corresponding class name. Remember that. Converts the string into corresponding class. These globals are like we are going to get. This one is going to take care. Next, once you got class name, create an object of that class, and then you can call. But in Java, some other languages, this type of thing is not possible, man. But here in Python, definitely it is going to be there. Remember, okay? Yes, it will return the value associated with the key. Correct. With that key, what thing is there? But it is not string type. Remember that it is not string type. Not string type, like yes, Saujanya, it is a global variable only. What's the problem? I'm not defining inside a function. No. If it is a local variable, how you can able to access outside of that? The variables which are declared inside a functions, those things are by default considered as local variables. The things which are declared inside with the block and so on, no. Don't get confused. Now with the class name, we are creating an object. Class name, we are creating an object. Now, sir, on that object, I'm calling printed like this. So let me execute this code. Suresh, observe, printing from Epson printer. This is the data to print, disconnecting to Epson printer like this. Suppose assume in my file, Epson is not there, HP is there. Epson is not there. Sir, here just observe, HP is there. Now observe that printing from HP printer. This is the data to print, disconnecting to HP printer like this. Okay. Saujanya, you have some small, I hope you have some small doubt. Globals of ERP name. Do you know in our Java somewhere, sir, the variables which are declared inside a block, those variables are by default considered as local variables to that block. Correct, right? Local variables to that block. No, sir, that is. Sir, but in Python, sir, the variables which are declared inside a function, inside a method, those variables are by default considered as local variables. Remember that. But here it is the global variable, because I'm not declaring inside a function. I don't know, there is no function at all. That's why it is considered as global variable only. So are you able to understand? Okay, just to cover this point only. In Python, this type of facility is also there. Just to talk about this, I added these two examples. Suresh, getting? Yes. Yes, just observe that the people who are very much eager, just observe what this globals is going to return. What the globals here like. Let me print the class name. Print class name I'm taking. Let me print the class name. What we are going to get. Forget about the printing functionality. Let me print the class name. Have you observed? This is main underscore dot HP. It is not HP. Returns class object. Something like a class object. It is not something like it is not just a simply class name. But if you print p name is of string type. Remember that p name itself is of string type. Observe, but this class name is not string type. It is not string type. Have you observed? Okay, like that. Next in the globals, what value associated with the p name? Let me print that. Print of okay globals. Regarding print of globals like this I'm taking, sir. Globals like sorry globals like some function I'm taking. Okay, what the result by default we are going to get, sir? Observe that name is associated with the main, dark, none, and so on. Sir, have you observed, right? Here just a p name associated with. Are you seeing anywhere p name variable? P name variable are you seeing anywhere? P name is associated with HP. Remember that P name is associated with HP representation, right? Representation. Now, if you ask globals of P name, now returns the corresponding class object. Regarding you are not going to get HP, just it's going to return corresponding class object. So, if you want, sir, from the string, if you want to convert into the corresponding class name and so on, this is the syntax what you people should aware. Okay, that's all. These are various things you people should aware about. What is abstract class, what is interface, what is concrete class, something like you should aware. Yes, Venkat. No, generics concept is not there in the Python because type is not there. Type concept is not there. Then automatically, if the type concept is not there, where is the question of generics? Next up, yes, Arjun. When it is a returning class object, why to write? Yes, it is going to return class name. Regarding it is going to return class name. Now I want the corresponding that particular class object. Then automatically this is the line. So just it's going to return class name. Observe that. Okay. So what globals function is going to do is just it is going to globals of that argument str I pass it, right, converts the string str into class name and returns that class name, but it's not string type. Now if you want to create set the corresponding class object, then we require to use like this. It is not class object, just simply we are going to get class name, but that class name is of what type already I specified. Can you please observe that? If I can take Epson, 1 minute. If I can take Epson, print of class name, what it's going to return? Are you getting? Sajanya, suppose if that corresponding class is not available, what will happen? Are you saying? Okay. Now I hope the matched class should be available. Okay. Yeah. So that's all. Anyway, don't think that much about this. First concentrate. I hope this is about my requirement. What is an interface? What is the class? And what is abstract class? What is the concrete class? And so on. That's all, sir. Next, just a few points I have to talk about that. In the last session, have you remembered, right? In the last session, we covered already about the public, private, protected variables. I covered, right? Remember, public, okay, private, protected variables. Correct, protected variables. I discussed already with examples also. Okay, we covered. I covered already with examples also. Remember that every variable. Remember every variable or every method. Yeah, every variable or every method by default public, sir. Every variable or every method by default public, sir. Remember that, sir. I don't want public. I want only within that class only. Outside person not allowed to access that. Outside person is not allowed to access. Then we have to declare private. Regarding then we have to declare with the private. how we can declare a variable as private? If I can take x is equal to 10, it's the public variable by default. Everything in Python is public by default. Now I want to declare was this member or this method is required only within the class only. Just underscore underscore x. Are you getting underscore underscore x? Okay. If you are taking underscore underscore x, then it will become private. Too much private. It's the strong private. Outside of the person, not allowed to access. Are you getting that strongly? Yes, outside of the person, not allowed to access. This concept is nothing but private. Remember that. So now, where is the proof for that? Where is the proof for that? Just observe that. I'm taking class test, sir. I'm taking class test. Here I'm taking just self def m1 method I'm taking self, sir. M1 method I'm taking self. Sir, self dot sir x self dot x is equal to 10 I'm taking. Self dot x is equal to 10 I'm taking, sir. Now I want to sir, just observe t is equal to test I'm taking. Sir, print t of x. Print t of x. Have you remembered? This variable is called instance variable. This variable is called instance variable. Instance variable you can access by using variable reference. I mean object reference. That's why, sir, 100% pakka. This one is going to be accepted. No problem at all. It should. 1 minute. Because you didn't call that method. Have you remembered when if you are calling that method? So instead of that, let me take this one. Def underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Then automatically constructor will be executed automatically, right? Automatically. That's why. Then can you please have a look once? 10 by default we are going to get. So this variable, I want as private. This x as a private. So just simply underscore just aware that terminology. Sorry, if any variable starts with underscore then automatically, okay, so test object has no attribute x. Remember, because it is a private, not visible to the outside of the class, then automatically like. Then immediately you ask, sir, is it visible inside a class? Yes, let me take def m2 method self. I'm taking def m2 method self print self dot x. Is it visible within the class or not? Now observe t dot m2 method I'm calling. I hope you people should aware. 1 minute. Even sorry, self dot x only, right? We require to call by using no, Anil. No. It is instance method only. Correct, Anil. It is the instance method only. You can call by using. So outside of this also not available. Sorry, self dot x underscore x. No. Yes. Okay, here just observe that. There is a small mistake I did. Sir, here we observed, right? Underscore x, self underscore x, because that is the variable name. I use just a self dot x. Okay. Now, just observe if you are calling print of t dot underscore x. If I'm trying to access, can you please observe that? Yes. Are you getting? Outside of the class, you are not allowed to access. Outside of the class, we are not allowed to access this one. But within the class, we are allowed to access. So, if any variable starts with the 2 underscore symbols, by default it is considered as private. You are allowed to access only within that class only. Any doubt? So outside person, if any person required, compulsory should call through methods only. If he is calling the method, that method is going to provide the value. Are you getting? If you are calling the method, that method is going to provide the value. But directly, we are not allowed. But directly, we are not allowed to access. This thing itself is nothing but, okay, is what we call private variables, right? Next, sir, public by default. Private means two underscore symbols. Sir, what is about protected, sir? What is about protected? Sir, if any variable starts with one underscore symbol, it is the protected, sir. Where you can able to access this one either within the class, or in the child classes, either within the class or in the child classes. But it is the convention only. In Python, not implemented this thing. Remember that, sir. In Python, not implemented this one. Just it is the convention, that's all. Okay. Outside of the class also, happily you are allowed to access. Then why you are taking this one is just it is simply convention. Alert to the developers, right? Alert to the programmers. Beyond that, nothing, sir. Somewhere, have you remembered? I want to define constants in the Python. Sir, max value, max value like is equal to 10. I'm taking. Sir, do you know it is seems to be constant, but strictly speaking, it's not a constant. Are you getting it? The convention we are following to represent that it's a constant. But in the next line only, we can change its value because constants concept, such a type of concept, not applicable in the Python. Remember that, sir, not allowed in the Python. Final, such type of terminologies are not there in the Python. Okay, so just the conventions. By seeing this convention, oh, we are not allowed to change its value. Oh, we are allowed to access only in the child classes. Just for conventional thing, but these things are not language level, not implemented. Just for readability purpose. But this concept is implemented already. We saw with the example. Clear? Are you able to understand? Public, private, protected variables. By default, every variable is always public. Sir. Officially, if you want to declare as a private, then automatically related. So, sir, as of top level, as of official syntax related thing, only two types are allowed. One is public, second one is private. If you are not taking two underscore symbols public, if you are taking two underscore symbols private, if you are not taking two underscore symbol, then by default public. No question of protected also, just it is the convention, just for readability purpose. Beyond that, language level not implemented. Okay, so now I have one small doubt, sir. Don't get confused. I have one small doubt. Here, can you please observe that? Is it possible to access like this? Ayo, listen very carefully. Is it possible to access like this? Possible or not possible? What is the output by default you are going to get? Please respond. What is the output by default you are going to get? Please respond. Okay, you people are silent. Can you please tell? Sir, is it, am I going to get a 10 as the answer? No chance at all. We will get error. Just now I covered, just now I discussed, because it is the private variable. Outside of the class, we are not allowed to access. Outside of the class, we are not allowed to access. Test object has no attribute, underscore. Okay, remember that. But in this Blady Python, private variable, you are allowed to access by using indirect approach. There is some way indirectly you are allowed to access private variables also, private members also. How you can able to do that? That part I will discuss. Do you know the people who are coming from Java, like Pathas are there? Don't feel, sir, now Java is great. Like in Java also, private variables we are allowed to access by using reflection API. Outside of the class, we are allowed to access by using reflection API. Remember that, okay? Here also, for private variables, we are allowed to access, no problem. What the way? What is that way, sir? Very simple. Just observe that object reference. Okay, 1 minute, sir. What is this one I'm taking? Object reference dot underscore symbol, and then class name, next underscore variable name. Observe, what is this? Is the special syntax, right? What is this one? Object reference object reference dot underscore class name underscore variable name. Okay, object reference dot what is the class name? What the class name? Object reference dot what the class name? Okay, tester. Sir, next, but for the tester before one underscore symbol, next and after that underscore what is the variable name? Yes, x. Are you getting? Itself is x variable, right? Now have a look once. Sir, observe that 10 by default we are going to get. Are you getting? Even if the private, there is some special syntax is there to access private variables also. But anyway, it is not recommended security constraints. Are you getting? Not recommended, but there is a way yeah, you can access. Sometimes in enter your own. Sir, what is private variable? How to declare private variable in the Python? Yes, if your variable starts with 2 underscore symbols, it is the private. You are allowed to access only within that class only. Outside of the class, we are not allowed to access. Is there any way to access private variables outside of the class? Yes, there is a way is there. Object reference dot underscore class name underscore. If you are going to use this approach, then happily private variables are allowed to access, no problem at all. Clear? Any doubt? Up to this is the clear. Any doubt about this one? Okay, that's answer. This is what the private variables, private protected and so on. Next, one more small chota concept I want to discuss, right? Have you remember, especially the people who are coming from Java? Java, I'm taking class student. Now I'm taking student string the name. Just the people who don't know about the Java, just ignore. Matter of 2 minutes. Okay, just I'm not taking anything. This dot name is equal to name. Next and after that, this dot name is equal to name. Okay, and then this dot roll number is equal to roll number, like this. I'm taking, sir. That's all. This is my student class. Observe that a bit very carefully, sir. Now I want to create a student class object. This is the constructor. I want to create student class object. What I will take? Student S1 is equal to new student. Student S1 is equal to new student. What is the name, sir? Durga is the name. And what is the roll number, sir? 101. Like this I'm taking. Student S2 is equal to new student of Ravi. Like this I'm taking. Next and after that 102, like we are having. Are you getting? Sir, we are adding just 1 or 2 like. Sir, if I print SOP of S1, what the answer we will get now? The people who are coming from Java background, matter of 1 minute, sir. So what the answer by default we are going to get? What the answer we are going to get now? Array S1, can you please print S1 information? Like this I'm going to get. Can you please print S1 information? What the output by default we are going to get? Do you know? It is always going to return class name, hash code, something like that. Class name, hash code, something like it's always going to return, sir. Sir, student.java. Next and after that Java student, 1 minute. Am I doing any mistake? Sir, this dot string name, but compulsory we require to declare here instance variables string name into roll number. Okay, string name into roll number, like this. We are creating that. Now observe it very carefully, sir. Happily, do you know what is the output we are going to get, sir? If you run this code, yes, if you run this code, this is the output you are getting. It is not that much meaningful output. It is not that much meaningful output, sir. So if I can print SOP of S2, if I print SOP of S2, what is the answer we are going to get is, have a look once, the answer student at the rate, same, this type of thing. If you print S1 related information, if you print S2 related information, if you want that, you require to override. Which method, sir? ToString method. Have you remembered? Public string to string. Sir, return what you want to return. Return name of the student plus dot roll number of the student. If I can take like this, now Observe the output what you are going to get. Observe the output what you are going to get. Sir, here very simple. What is the output by default we are going to get? Just have a look once, sir. Sir, now meaningful output. Correct or not? Now you are going to get meaningful output. Sir, do you have such type of style even in the Python also? Some people may ask. I remember, sir, do you have such type of toString kind of thing? Such type of facility is there in the Python or not? Some people may ask, sir. Okay, here just observe what I want to do is SOP of T. Let me print T object reference. Let me print T object reference like this. If I print a T, what is the output by default you are going to get? Just observe that. What is the output by default you are going to get? Yes, have you observed? Main, test, object. This is the object of main test. Yet locating at so and so address like it's going to provide. Are you getting locating at so and so address like it's going to provide, sir? But now my question is, I don't want this type of thing. I don't want this type of thing. Just a print, return. Sir, this is a test object. Which holds x value 10. This is about my requirement, right? Regarding this is the test object which holds x value like this, right? Sir, how you can able to do that? 1 minute. Self comma x I'm taking. Self dot x is equal to x like this I'm taking, sir. So I require to pass 10. I require to pass 10 or otherwise instead of that class student class student def underscore init underscore. Can you spell out, sir? What we have to take underscore init of self I'm taking, comma name, comma roll number like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, self done name is equal to name. Next and after that self done roll number is equal to roll number like this I'm taking. That's all. This is. So now let me create first student object. S1 is equal to student of, okay, Durga. Next and after that 101 I'm taking. S2 is equal to student of some Ravi 102 like this I'm taking, sir. Two student objects. Can you please print S1? Can you please print S1? Can you please print S2? Are you getting? Can you please print S1? Can you please print S2? S2 like this. If you are going to print S1, if you are going to print S2, then automatically, what is the outputs by default you are going to get? Can you please observe? This is the student object, yet so and so. This is the student object, yet so and so like this. Are you getting? I don't want this type of output, sir. I want meaningful output. Yes, there is a way. Sir, we require to override toString method. toString method is related to Java, but in the Python, do you have any such type of thing? Yes, there is a way. Is there? Which function we require to override? Anyone can you please tell? Def underscore str underscore self like this I'm taking. Self return. Anyone can you please tell what we require to return, sir? One small chota example we covered somewhere. One small example somewhere we covered. Have you observed, right? Yes. Here just have a look once. Init, deposit, withdraw, print statement. Yeah. Here just observe that self. Just we require to return. We require to return some string. Okay. Here this is a student. This is a student with the student with the name. Okay, like this, and roll number like this. I'm taking dot format self dot name, comma self dot roll number like this. I'm taking, sir. Self dot name, comma self dot roll number. Can you please observe that what it is taking? Sir, this is a string dot format of like this. Oh, can you please return this string? Can you please return this string? If I override underscore str method, something like a constructor, now what is the output by default we are going to get? Observe that earlier I got this output, sir. Now what output I'm going to get? Meaningful output. This is the student with the name Durga. This is the student with the name Ravi, something like. Any doubt? Any doubt? Sir, I hope somewhere one person asked her. Sir, this is the about Divya. I hope she asked her. Sir, what about the toString method? If this facility is there in the Python or not? Like, okay. Now, not required to keep any explanation about this one. Why not return self.name plus self.roll number? Yes. Saujanya, you can able to do that. No problem at all. You can able to do. At last, my requirement is you should return some string. This is about my requirement. Either you can use concatenation operation, you can use anything. One string I have to return, that string it is going to display. Okay, that's all. So this is about how to represent, how to print. Whenever we are printing object, to get a meaningful output, what we require to do, sir, this is also one thing what you should aware. Clear? Are you in a position to understand? Okay. Next, observe a bit carefully, sir. Observe a bit carefully. Okay. Sir, one more. Just have a look once, sir. Very meaningful example to understand this. Sir, maybe in the last session somewhere we covered. Just observe. Class account def underscore underscore init self name balance min balance self name balance min balance like this. Sir, self dot name self dot balance self dot min balance is equal to min balance minimum balance whatever you are going to pass. Next, def deposit self amount self dot balance is equal to amount deposit amount we are going to add. Withdraw if within the limit only, then minus. Next, else sorry insufficient funds. Next, print statement account balance is like this. Next, do you know this is account? Can you please observe what is the class name? Please observe that. What is the class name? Hey, respond, man. What is the class name? Account class. Account class contain how many instance variables are there? Every account name, balance, minimum balance. Name, balance, minimum balance. Minimum balance. 3 variables are there. Sir, which functions we are taking? Deposit function, withdraw function. Deposit function, withdraw function we are defining. So next, a print statement also. It is going to print account balance is so and so balance. That's all this is about my account. Now, there are two types of accounts. Current account and a savings account. Are you getting right? Now, current account is the child class of account. Correct? Current account is the child class of account. Sir, for the current account, observe that very carefully, sir. Current account, sir, minimum balance should be minus 1000. Yes, no problem. Because if it is the current account, the minimum account balance, sir, OD is also possible. Overdraft is also possible for current account. For current account, minimum minus 1000 also, no problem at all. That's why, sir, self name balance, then automatically super of name balance, minimum balance is minus 1000. Okay. So if you want to create current account object, just the name and balance is enough. Minimum account balance is minus 1000. Okay. Next, for the current, sir, return, sir, Durga's current account with the balance is so and so, like this I want. Next, for the savings, observe that minimum balance for the savings account is 0. That's why minimum balance for the savings account is nothing but 0. Like this we are going to take, sir. Now, observe. C here just I am taking. C is equal to savings object, Durga 10,000 like this I am taking. So what is the, here do you know, are you seeing inheritance concept? Respond. Are you seeing inheritance concept? Which is the parent class? Which are child classes? Which is the parent class? Which are the child classes? Current and the savings. These two are child classes. Next, account is the parent class. Remember that. Next, for the current account, minimum balance is minus 1000. But for savings account, minimum balance is 0. Remember, minimum balance is 0. So now, sir, print of C. Print of C. Now observe carefully, sir. Py bank 1 minute. where I'm taking this code. Let me take inside tester because in that location it is there. Okay, now py tester.py. Durga savings account with the balance is 10,000. Clear? It's working properly, right? Now what I'm taking, c dot, what is the function I can call? Deposit. C dot deposit function. Deposit function I'm calling. Deposit with the another 20,000. Okay, and then print of C. And then print of C, sir. Now observe, Durga's savings account with the balance is nothing but 30,000. With balance is 30,000. Next, C dot withdraw. C dot withdraw of, sir, withdraw. How much amount? 25,000. 25,000. After that, I'm trying to print my customer object. Then automatically Durga's account balance is like this, right? Okay. Now C dot print statement. You can ask C dot print statement also. Do you know print statement method is also there? Then simply it is going to tell balance account is, sir, account balance is nothing but 5,000. Remember, I hope you are in a position to understand. Okay. Similarly, C dot withdraw. C dot withdraw of, sir, 7,000 I'm trying to take. 7,000 I'm trying to take. Withdraw of 7,000. It is invalid. It is invalid. Have you observed? Sorry, insufficient funds because my account balance is 5,000 only. Like this. So beautiful example where you can able to see overriding of, I mean str function. Next time after that overriding of constructors, sir, to make minimum balance for the current account different values and so on. Just practice this code also. Clear? Any doubt? Okay, that's all, sir. These are the end things whatever I require to talk related to the OOPS concept. Just to practice this code, definitely you people are going to get some more much clarity about inheritance and so on. Sometimes in Python scripting, you may see this type of code also. What is the meaning of this one is, suppose if I'm taking this one, suppose if I'm taking this one inside here, just observe that inside some test, if I can take it like this, do you know this total code I took, this code I'm taking inside tester.py. Assume that in the tester.py, if we are executing tester.py directly from the command prompt, then this variable will become main. Remember that, because modules you can execute directly from the command prompt, or you can use this module somewhere else. You can use this module in some other module, like sir, if you are executing directly from the command prompt, then automatically, sir, call this method like that. Are you getting? If you are executing this module from the command prompt, then automatically call this method. If you are not executing from the command prompt, this don't call this method. Are you getting? So like something like that. Do you want me to explain with an example? Yeah, just observe that I have module 1 is there. I have one Python program, module 1 is there, sir. Assume that class or otherwise def, I'm taking a function, print the module 1 function. Module 1 function like this I have. Observe all the remaining people also, please have a look once. Sir, module 1 like this. Yeah, no problem. You can easily, you can able to understand this. Sir, what I'm taking is, sir, now I'm writing like this. If name is equal to main, if name is equal to main, then call F1. Then call F1 like this, right? Sir, let me save this one. Yes, module 1 dot py. I'm taking, sir. Yes, what is this one, sir? Module 1 dot py, like this I'm taking. Now take a bit very special care. Sir, if I'm executing this one, okay, py module 1 dot py, then automatically module 1 function is calling. Assume that. Suppose I don't want to execute directly this from the command prompt. I want this in somewhere else. Okay, let me go for another module. Let me go for another module. This is the module 2. So from module 1 import f1. From module 1 import f1. Now I want to call f1. Are you getting? Now I want to call f1 like this, right? Now here just observe that this is the module 2.py. Module 2.py. Now observe this one. I want to execute module 2. I want to execute module 2.py. Now observe module 1 function is coming. Correct, right? Module 1 function is coming. Suppose how many times module 1 function is coming? Parsate, please respond. How many times? Only one time. Suppose in the module 1, this line I am not taking. Are you getting? This line I am not taking. Not taking that line. Then automatically, can you please observe that? How many times it's going to come? 2 times it's going to come. 2 times it's going to come. Are you seeing the difference? Because whenever we are using import in the function, import, automatically that module 1 got executed. I'm not calling. Automatically that module 1 got executed because inside module 1 you write this code. Are you getting? Whenever we are importing, automatically that module by default will be executed. Boss, sir, execute if it is called directly from the command prompt only. If underscore name underscore is equal to, what is that name? Have you remembered, right? Underscore then only call f1. Otherwise don't call. Now observe that. Now observe this one, right? Yeah, double equal. Sorry. Now observe that here it's not going to call. It is not, even you are calling, it's not going to call. Whenever you call, then only it will be executed. Are you seeing the difference, Parsate? So if any person calling module 1 from other module, then don't execute, man. If any person directly executing this module 1, then only sir call this function to indicate that, okay, we should have this type of line. Yeah.